EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Superdome here in downtown New Orleans.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more. As it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw on the first play. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That's taken in by Palmer. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 31, here's the 2nd down and 6. Mayfield on play action. And that'll be incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And the Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Carr. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, he wants to change up the look here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Little short pass here to Hill. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. Little short pass here to Hill. So the completion gets him just a yard. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now they'll audible to something else. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Carr. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline. But here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Kamara. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They run off tackle right with Kamara. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
93. 6-18.
Here's Carr to throw. Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been in a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, try to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that one's going to come up short. Low throw.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what was going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they've got to face a big third down.
Finding room at midfield. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
We'll call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
First carry for Rachaad White.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Mayfield now. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bucs trying on 4th down to come up empty, and the Saints will have the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Throwing now is Carr. That one complete to Hill. And they're right past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round weekend. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara.
To the 27-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. And now Carr changing the formation.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Now Carr. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit and try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Little short pass here to Hill, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Carr now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 40 yards.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
To throw, Mayfield.
That's complete to Palmer.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Mayfield.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Mayfield to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Deion Jones able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces third and long.
Mayfield from the gun on third down.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And a dump off to White. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Irving. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints 1st down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The busy night continues for Kamara. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. Throwing his car. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vita Vea gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on fourth. It would be 58 yards from here. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they will take a knee here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose. But in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Here's Baker. That's caught down the field by Palmer. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this one is incomplete.
That was a big shot for the end zone. You've still got a little bit of time here. You have to expect we'll see another. And remember, no timeouts left. So if you throw it short of the end zone and you're tackled, that's going to be the ball game.
Here comes second down. Mayfield. Toward the sideline,
And look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done.
Well, what a game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic.
This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
That is just a gigantic interception here in overtime of this playoff game. And now, Charles, all they need is 3 to win.